evil empire, laughing all the way to the bank.
Hey, Glock, so you big man. Hey, Glock, so you big man. Hey, Glock, so you big man.
Morning viewers, you meet me here at Lydd kart circuit at about 8 o'clock in the morning. So as you can tell, it doesn't really look like I'm at a kart circuit at the moment. Kind of looks like I'm in like an industrial yard of some sort. But anyways, just having a look round, seeing where everything is. So I think this is a kart shed, if I'm right. So let me just have a snoop around, see if I can find anything. So well, over there is just all the what do you call it, circuit. I'm thinking I've already run out of things to say. Well, it's kind of a special track, and I'm gonna get run over. So I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, there's lots of people. I'm gonna try not to get run over. Can I go through there? Yes, I can go through there. Let me move that way. I look like Mikey for a second. Only kidding. So yeah, here you go. There's Lydd for you. In the middle of an island. Well, island, I call it that. All the karts. Sadly, these aren't mine. I mean, the ones I can't drive. They got new tyres on these fronts. Must be wearing them out. I've checked the cadets early. They haven't got new tyres at all. But it goes all the way down there, and it's like the Monza or the Gilles Villeneuve of kart tracks, I think. I'm very excited for it. Right, have a look at. I'm gonna have another snoop around. There's a car engine in there. There's Dante Dillon there. He saw me. Anyway, right. I spotted Rory all the way down there. Can you see him? He's all the way down there. There he is. Little small boy. So this is a start finish. I'm going to not do a full track walk because well, my legs are hurting. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it running. Oh god, here he comes. So this is the first two corners. There's start finish where Rory's just coming over, and Rory's going right to the inside for the first corner. I'm not sure if that's a perfect racing line or not, but let's see. So you don't want to hit the cones. There are lots of penalties.
I'm speed.
So yeah, cool. They've changed the rules, so you get one warning for hitting a cone. No, Rory. So it looks like people have spun out here quite a lot, doesn't it? So we got to make sure, Rory, we got to make sure we don't go that way, because that would be very naughty of us if we cut the entire track. So then we come back around here to a very, very long straight, which I'm probably going to cut out. So there's that corner over there is really banked. Like, I've watched lots of Honda Cadet videos, and they always go wide for the racing line, but then they cut back in to try and get the overtake done, that's a very good overtaking spot. It's a bit like Gilles Villeneuve, actually. I think it's quite a lot of things about it are the same as Gilles Villeneuve. Number one, it's very fast. Well, I'm hoping it is. Chicanes, like Gilles Villeneuve, and it's on an island, Gilles Villeneuve. Exactly. And what is this curb? So this is literally bank corner. I'm excited for this. This is going to be really fun. Well, I've still got a few hours until I actually go on, because Rory's going out. So every time I have to go to a Club 100 event, I have to always be here by 7. Well, I can't stop now, can I? So I think they don't use gravel. They use, how bouncy is this? That's quite smart. Except you could just sneak through there and just cut round. But anyway, So another race at Club 100. It's another boiling day. I'm in my shorts with my Skechers. Oh, I'm already tired. Come on. Right, I gotta pull myself together. Gotta finish this marathon. I've gotta finish what I started. Oh, there's another bit of just a zip tie. Make sure no one runs over that. Or this rock. There we go, helping the track. Helping other people. I'm definitely gonna hit one today. Not on purpose, obviously. I'm not gonna have my evil plans to destroy all cones. But it's just that it's gonna be very, very hard not to hit one. And I think for today it's all about exit speed, if I'm honest. Because there's so many straights. If you get a bad exit, you're going to be really slow all the way down there. And slipstream. So, going like that, human DRS mode. And just tucking in behind people like they do in NASCAR. Look how far I've walked. This is, and it says on my thing, the timer, that I've been going for 5 minutes. So I need to go for longer. I need to get my daily steps in, you know. So that's quite, there's so much rubber down there, you can see that. And there's just like a random strip of gravel. So you better not hit that. And look how much elevation change that has. I'll put you lower down so you can see it. No, it's like a blind crest. But I think in videos you want to like stick to this, I'm pretty sure. But it's pretty steep. I can feel it going uphill slightly and going back down. It's quite banked actually if you look at it from this angle. I don't know if you can see it, but oh no. What the hell? Better not hit that. Or any of these. There's just tons of these big holes in the outside of the track. You can see there's a lot of elevation change. Even though this is a very flat track, that's like the most banked we're going to get on this track. I think these cadets are going to do quite well around here because they have so much grip. Who's going to hit that cone on the outside? No idea. So, walking, approaching the 7-minute mark right now. And there's bird poo. Very nice. Extra grip, I think. See? About the size of my foot. And right next to it is a giant tire wall. Better not hit that, or hit that, or that. That looks pretty spiky to me. So, still walking, my legs are aching really badly. I can see Rory up there. I'm still walking, Expert track walk here, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. On the curb. No, I probably won't. These curbs are quite bumpy, so I'm probably not going to even want to touch that one. Maybe that one there, because that looks pretty flat. But like, it's all about exit speed today, I think, which is the main priority. I think for today we want to be on pole or in the top 3 because there's going to be so much slipstream down here. This exit from that corner over there is crucial because it's going to be flat all the way down. On this track we're not going to have to brake, I think. I don't think anyway. That's slightly concerning. You just want to go as fast as you can through here. I mean, yeah, that's obvious, that's for every corner. I'm silly. But it's just like, gotta maximise, make sure you don't lift off basically, I think. Would this be flat? Like, come on, look how much of a run up I've got. Like, you see people over there, that gives you some reference. How far this straight is. And how's he got up there? How's he got up there? That guy in the podium blaze. That's pretty insane, you know. So I think if there's cones there, I'm guessing you want to go near them but not hit them. Otherwise there wouldn't be a cone there. Do not want to hit that. This stuff on the outside. What is this, bark? Yeah, it's bark. Not gravel. I mean, gravel would kill all the engines and everything. But I'm tired now. I need a... And also, I haven't mentioned this, but it's my birthday, so I have brought some donuts I'm going to share probably with people who turn up here. Let me find a way. How do I get in here without being noticed? I'm very self-conscious. Right. Do I go through here? Well, here are the cadet carts. It's very nice. I think I'm probably going to have to say goodbye. But yeah, hopefully I'll meet some more of my friends from other rounds. And yeah, good, should be fun. Session. It looked really fast, as you can see in this videos I took, but let's see how we found it. So Rory, how did you find it?
It was really awesome.
That's great.
Majority of the track was actually flat out.
Oh really?
Yeah, you only had to brake in one place.
That's great.
So
how did the karts feel today?
they felt like extremely grippy.
Very fast?
Yeah, they were extremely fast.
Right. What about slipstream? How powerful do you think it's going to be today?
It was pretty good in practice.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
Could you feel it?
Yeah, I could feel it 100%. Yeah.
How close do you think you'd have to be to start getting pulled along?
Maybe like a meter or two.
Oh, so you have to be quite close then?
Well, yeah, really close.
Yeah. What do you think is the hardest part of the track? Do you think?
So the second chicane.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that's really hard there. It will bounce a lot if you go right to the inside.
Oh, okay. So you have
And
to go
also
through that.
the final two corners, they're pretty hard because even though you can take it pretty easily flat out, you've got to get it really good.
Oh,
Else you
okay.
can't do it.
That's great. It's alright. See you soon. Good luck. So I've just come across the car park and then look how I find. Okay. And let me try that again.
Imagine.
So I've just come to the car park and look what I found. Look, it's Frederick.
Hello.
So how are you, Frederick, today?
I'm pretty good. I'm really
great.
excited for
Right.
the round here today.
Yeah. What are you aiming for today?
Hopefully to get somewhere on the top or just get a really good result because our last few rounds I got either hit off and I didn't do well.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get a better result today and same for you too, you can get a better result.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So, after a very, very long time of waiting, we're finally getting ready to go out for a practice session. Rory did okay today. He qualified pole position for the pre-A, but then just fell back to third, I think, to second, sorry. And then he just got taken out in the final and he ended up finishing 12th, which wasn't the best thing. But here we are. Anyway, let's see if we can make up for it. So we're about to go out for a practice session here at Lydd kart circuit for the first ever time in a Club 100 cadet kart, super cadet. And here we are, just going down the pit lane now for the first time, trying not to run over anybody here because there's a lot of people here. So just making sure I don't accidentally run over anybody. But I think we're doing okay. So we've made it out of the pit lane, which is quite a cool pit lane, I'm not going to lie. And now onto this very, very, very large circuit, all by ourselves. Because we start in the pit lane first usually. And I think in this session it's literally just trying to get used to the track as fast as possible. Because it's a very, very fast circuit. Very fast. And I just need to try and get used to it. So, this is our out lap. We're going a bit sideways there. Trying to get some heat into the tyres, I think. Going a little bit sideways. And also when you first go out in these karts, usually the brakes are really cold, so you have no brakes basically for a little bit. Until they warm up, which is quite weird because it doesn't really happen in rental karts, normal rental karts as much. But here we are for our first flying lap. I've started this a bit late. But first corner I seem to struggle a bit today. This is basically the same as the first one, just a lot tighter. And with a tyre wall on the exit. Then this corner I really liked and I thought I was really fast on. Just trying to take the right line, but I'm not using the full width of the track right now. I'm soaring away at the wheel a little bit, trying to find out the grip level and trying to get these tyres up to temperature. And there's already someone in front of us. We seem to have caught up very quickly already. As we fly through the final corner, going very sideways, in doing so. And there is somebody in front of us. And there's been a minor incident there. 2 people off already on the first corner, but luckily we didn't join them. So let's just try and improve these lines in this session. But to be fair, there's not much happened in this practice session at all. So let's send it up the inside of this guy. He's going very, very slowly, going very, very wide as well. So we're going to sweep past him very quickly and fly down the straight. Got a very good run out of there. And going to fly into this corner, going quite sideways again. Couldn't seem to keep the kart straight in that corner. Couldn't keep it stopping it from going sideways. Just not using the full width of the track still on that first corner. Really need to improve that. Through the second width, going a lot better. Using all the curb on that first bit and then using all the track on the exit. How we are through this corner. Clip the curb and use most of the track. That was very good. Keeping over to the left hand side over the crest and going back down through the chicane sort of bit, round this very long left-hander into the slight jink in the right and down this very, very long straight again, once again. And we're going to fly through here, and that's going to be another lap. And that's about all that happened in this practice. Not much at all, which is good because I got to learn the track. But so let's just go straight into quali. So here we are again, going out for qualifying, and we're trying not to run over anybody, as there's a lot more people this time around. Just trying not to run over anybody again. Luckily I didn't last time, so that's very good. And we're going out again. Luckily with a slightly warmer tyres than before and slightly better brakes. So hopefully I'll be able to put some quicker lap times in. And I just need to improve on using the track more, I think. And being more confident. Because in the quali and the practice I seem to struggle a bit with being confident enough to go into the corners fast enough. Because it's very fast going into some of these corners. And I just couldn't keep the speed up through the corners. And yeah, so going out for a first flying lap of qualifying, trying to do our best. So first corner, how are we doing? Let's hit the curb a little bit, tap the brake a bit, and actually that was pretty good. I might have tapped the brakes a little bit too much there. Oops. I almost dropped my computer then. Oops. And I just missed that corner, but I think I must have done alright because we arrived at this corner very fast. Got a very nice exit. Going over the crest once again, and down through this chicane sort of bit, if you can call it that. Round the long left-hander again, trying to be as smooth as possible through here. And down this very, very long back straight, trying to go probably human DRS right now, and flicking it in a bit too hard, I think, and losing a lot of speed on the exit. That corner I also struggled with, just trying to keep it from sliding, trying to keep it online when you're going that fast. I just couldn't. It was very hard to keep it on the right line, I feel like. So go around the second chicane. I felt like that was one of my strong corners, and this one here. I think sector 2, which is this bit, I guess, is probably my best. Going over the crest once again, flicking it in, trying to get close to that curb and that toggle. Then going very close to that curb, and then smashing over this one because it's very, very flat, and you can just easily glide over it without bouncing really. So through the final corner once again. Not too bad. Not so much sliding, but going quite wide on the exit, trying to maximise the speed going out the corners. Flicking it to the left, flicking it to the right, then the left. Just trying to keep the pace through the left. And then someone there right by the barrier, so that was a bit close. A bit too close for comfort there, but luckily we didn't hit anybody. So through here, slightly better than before. Through here, I think I might have just clipped the curb there. It might have put me off the line slightly, but so down the very long straight once again, flicking it in and going quite sideways. It was very hard, that corner, because you're entering the corner at very, very high speed, and you have to scrub enough speed off so you can get round and not, completely fly off. But yeah, let's skip to slightly later in the session where I felt like my laps felt a lot better. So our qualifying managed to put us P4 on the grid for the pre-A final. So we're rolling up to the grid now. The pace kart says it's okay, and the person in first place, he doesn't. I'm not sure why he's there, but anyways, he wasn't in the tram lines. But here we go, green lights and away we go. I'm a bit can't even catch up. So still in P. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm lost one position. I'm down to 5th, which is a shame. And I get hit from the rear quite a lot, and it sends me wide. So now we're down to, and let me just count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 6th now, which is very annoying, and a bit of rubber flies up across the track. So not the best start. Lost 2 positions on the first lap, which isn't very good, so we need to try and make this back in this race now. So currently in 6th place, trying to make up these positions, but he's got a bit of a gap to me now, so it's going to be quite hard to get back. So I need to try and get back at him as fast as I can, otherwise I'm going to lose them to slipstream. Slipstream here was very powerful today, that day, not today, that day, and I was catching him quite a lot through the corners. So, and he goes a bit wide here, and I see the move, and I go for it. He goes to the outside for normal racing, and I send one up the inside, so we're back into 5th. Still 1 place down from where we started, but I think we can still make this back if we keep this pace that we have now. So down the straight, they're going to pull away slightly because they have the slipstream, the guys in front. But hopefully we'll be able to gain on them through the corners from when they're battling. So As you can see, I've gained quite a lot already through that final corner. Frederick goes a little bit wide there, using the curb on the exit. And I'm just slowly gaining through here. I felt like I was very good. Frederick goes quite sideways there again. And this corner I felt very good at because I was very smooth. So good exit. I am definitely gaining on the guys in front, which is very, very nice. As you can see, George in first place must have a slow car or something because he's defending very hard for that first place there, and it's holding everyone out, backing them all up into me, which is great news for me and not so good news for George. As Jonathan goes very, very wide there. I didn't see what happened there, but I think might have been a little bit of contact there. There's just warning flags everywhere. And you see Miles Harrison trying to go around the outside of George Palmer Mobsy. Now Frederick is trying to get in with the mix now, and I saw a gap and I couldn't really go for it because it was a bit too far back and it didn't look quite big enough there. So we're just going to have to slot behind Frederick, but we're up into P4 now where we started, so regained our starting position. I see a gap again, but I don't think it's worth it because this next corner is a left-hander and I'll be on the outside, so I'll probably immediately go for it and then immediately lose it again. So we're in a slipstream train now, so you can see I'm getting quite a good toe. That's why I'm catching up so much down the straight. So Frederick's bouncing a bit through there as we follow him through the final corner onto another lap. And they go too wide, and Mars, I don't think he saw him there because they went very, very, he almost pushed Frederick off the track, but it was very close. And Mars is down into P3 and Frederick's up into P2. I think it's given George a bit of a gap now, and he's going to try and pull away as much as he can, try and make as much of this gap as he can. As we're looking up the inside of Miles Harrison, trying to find a way past here. This is a very exciting race because we're actually not in first and we're actually going to have to make some positions out. So hopefully we'll be able to catch up with Miles down the straight, but I think I'm not quite in slipstream range. I think someone was behind me, so I had to go half defensive there. But we see someone's up the inside. I think it must have been Jonathan there, so I must have been defending from Jonathan a bit there. So right behind Miles Harrison, trying to find a way past, but I'm struggling a bit here. So through this tighter chicane, following Miles Harrison, then Bark is all over the track. Crikey. Don't know what happened there, but someone must have gone a bit wide up in front. It must have been George. So they are going, the two people in front of me, Miles and Frederick, going quite defensive at the moment, but George seems to be going very defensive, as you can see. I'm trying to keep it in the slipstream, but I'm trying to think that someone's behind me. Frederick's going to try it around the outside. He almost managed it, but he's going to go wide. He's going to get slightly hit wide there. But I think you can't really make a move around the outside. It's because unless you get like a god exit out of there, and you get a really, really good toe, and you've got a good fast kart, you're probably not going to make it around the outside. It'll be close, but you might. I don't think you'll be able to, because then you're just going to get plodded wide by someone. Again, Bark everywhere across the track. Don't know what's happening, but they might need to get the sweepers out for this race. So Miles is saying work together, but as we can see, they're both kind of defending, so it's going to back us up anyway. So George is defending very heavily, and we're into P3 again, so we've made up one position from our starting grid. I'm sort of staying in the slipstream. I'm just looking around the outside just to see, and George goes wide here. I'm not sure if that was contact there or not, but there's contact warnings all over the place. And Miles is squeezing George. He has nowhere to go. Miles goes onto the bark there, and I'm just trying to follow George round the outside of Miles Harrison. Miles is going to go back on the inside, but I'm going to give him no room, and then we're going to go side by side, and I'm going to pick up a place and get into P2. So into P2 now. Right behind George Palmer Mobsby. I can't say it, poor George Palmer Mobsby. Oh, sorry George, if you're watching this, I can't pronounce your name properly. But anyways, let's focus on the racing. So, George's car does not look fast around those corners, and you can see I've gained on him quite rapidly. He's looking over his shoulder, and I'm trying to go around the outside of him here, just seeing what's going to happen. And I just about miss the corner, slightly miss the apex, not going to lie, and we lose a position. That's what I was talking about just earlier, because you couldn't really make it around the outside, even then. But we dropped down a position, still in P3, this is still a good position. Because I'm not sure if you really want to be P1 for the final, because what's happening to George right now, we can see the slipstream is so powerful that it looks so difficult to hold everyone behind. I'm not sure if I want to be in his position if I finish in P1 in this race. But anyway, we're holding on for dear life here, trying to keep in the tow, and we're just about being able to, but as you can see, you have to stay really close, like Rory was saying in the slipstream. Maybe a few meters, otherwise you're not going to get anything. And here we go, and there's a penalty for Miles Harrison, penalty for Miles Harrison. I'm not sure what that's for, but it must have been for some contact or something, because I don't think anything else has happened in this race. I haven't seen anyone cutting corners or running anyone over, so I think that's the only thing that could happen. And you can see, Miles went for the move there, and George went a bit wide, but then he has the inside for this corner, and we're back past Miles Harrison and back into P2. What a race this is! And then we're by George. He's saying work together, but I can just see his car's so bad down the straight, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to work together with you, George. I'm not sure, because your car looks so bad down the straight. Like, even without slipstream, I'm gaining on him quite a lot, as you can see. His car is just very, very slow down the straight. And I'm going for it, and I almost went into the back of him there. And we're just trying to stay in the tow of George, and we're staying really, really close. This is a very, very close race. He's going to make sure we don't get passed around the outside, and we couldn't really anyway. I was trying to set myself up better for this corner, so I think we lost a bit of exit speed there. George hits the curb a little bit and loses a tiny bit of speed. We're staying right on his bumper. His car down the street doesn't look very fast. Every straight there is, I'm gaining on him, even without slipstream. So he goes a bit wide there after hitting the curb. I'm right on his bumper. Am I going to try to go around the outside again? I'm going to try to go around the outside again, down the straight, see if we can do it this lap. I'm not sure. Looks like we've got the inside, but oh no! We haven't, and Miles Harrison has got through. I think there might have been a little bit of contact there, but remember, Miles Harrison has a penalty. So if I finish P2 in this race, I'm going to actually win this race, because he's got a penalty, which is, I think, two place penalty, I think, for the final. So bear that in mind. So, going up through the hairpin, following George again, but I think George can't really do much with that car. But if he stays in the tow, he might be alright. I'm taking the racing line because I don't think anyone behind me, there is anyone behind me too much. So I'm just trying to find a way past George here, seeing if there is a way past. Am I going to try go around the outside again? Am I going to try it? I don't think I am, but George is going to the racing line as well. I'm going to try and get a switch back, but it just not works because George covers it up very nicely there. I'm trying to find a way past. George tries to go down the inside there. It just isn't the room, and there isn't really a good point going for it because next corner you're going to be out on the outside. So this is a very exciting race. I'm running out of breath here a little bit. There we go, a bit of breathing room. Not much is happening, but Miles going very defensive there. George clubs the curb again. I'm going to try and go up the inside, but he sees it coming. He looks over his shoulder and puts his car in the right place at the right time there. Just not being able to find a way past George here. But we're right on his bumper, seeing if we can get round him down the straight. But he's in the tow, and he's going to try and go round the outside of Miles Harrison. And they both slow down, trying to keep their line and making sure they don't run wide or anything like that. So I'm right on George's tail here, trying to find a way past, but it's proving quite difficult to overtake at this circuit. They were a lot faster through this first corner. I couldn't really find a way to go around this first corner fast enough. But everywhere else I felt alright. George hits the curb a little bit, loses a bit of speed. He goes defensive-ish. And I'm going to try and set myself up for a switchback. He sees it coming. He's going to go very defensive once again. I'm just going to stick behind him, see what happens if he runs wide or anything like that. I've got a very good run out there. I'm going to stick right to his bumper, right on his bumper. Make sure I stay in the slipstream, but Miles Harrison is doing a good job here defending. But remember, he has a penalty, you've got to remember. And George goes for the outside, tries to go past Miles Harrison, but it doesn't make it stick. He made the same mistake as me, tried to go to the outside, but just didn't make it stick. So we're into P2, but effectively it's P1 for this race, because Miles Harrison has a penalty. You've got to remember that. So, going along the small straight going up to this next chicane. I think I don't have to make any silly move for this race, because if we stay where we are, it's a guaranteed first place for this race. So, I think for now I'm going to be very cautious for the rest of this race, So make sure I don't do anything stupid. Don't go to the outside or anything like that. Make sure I don't do anything too stupid. And just keep on his bumper. Make sure I secure this P2 and not anything else. So, but I'm going to go racing line, just see if I can get a switchback on him. He covers it off. I thought for a second there he might go a bit wide, but he didn't. He covered up, and it's the last lap of the race. It's the last lap of the race. So, but I don't think I'm going to go for any stupid move. I saw this. I remembered that he had a penalty. So I just thought, well, I'm just going to stay in P2. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go to the outside too much, and hopefully I'll be able to secure P1 due to his penalty. So just trying to keep on his bumper as much as we can. Very, very close. And through there he goes a bit sideways and we get a much better run out of him. We're right back on his bumper a bit. Trying to stick to his bumper. We're going to be pushing him down the straight a bit. Trying to help him go very fast down the straight. I'm going to go to the outside. I'm going to try and set myself up a switchback. I get the switchback and it's going to be a drag race to the line. But Miles Harrison takes it. But I think he's forgotten that he has a penalty. So effectively, we have this race. We've done it. So there we are. There is the race, and that's P1, boys. From P4 to P6, back to P2, but really P1. So yeah, bring on the A final. So here we are for the final, and let's just say it took quite a while for it to get started, this final. Well, it took 5 attempts basically to get it going. As we see me expertly tyre warming my tyres up, getting them roasting hot. On pole position though, but what kept happening was people were not in the right positions, or a massive crash would happen, someone spin off. And happened so many times that it's literally taken up it took up quite a bit of time from the actual race. So they had to decrease our race time from 10 minutes to, I think, 6 minutes. No, 7 minutes. So then we only got that amount of time left. So just for the viewers' sake, I'm going to skip past about half an hour of people messing up the starts. So thank me later. So here we go. Finally, after a very, very, very long time, we're actually going to get underway for once. Here we are, and a green light, and away we go. From pole position, I got a pretty good launch off the line, I think. So we're going to hold first place, and after we've done this like 5 times, I know what to do now. Make sure I defend quite heavily, and I found out in the short times we had before, this kart didn't feel too rapid, so I think I might have to defend really hard for this race. But I think I've pulled out enough of a gap to not defend for now, and this race was just knowing when to defend or when not to defend basically, and it was very hard to tell because the slipstream was so powerful. So someone could be like a second behind, and then all of a sudden they could catch you up. It was very, very, very interesting. But anyway, lap 1 done. We're still in first place, luckily. So, see if we can hold this for the rest of the race. Hopefully. So through here, I felt like I was very good through the chicane, but I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to make any mistakes. As you can see here, I'm going very, very defensive. So there must be someone right on my bumper, which is a shame you can't really see for this race. I should have really put my camera around the other way, so then you could see you wouldn't actually be able to see much because it'd just be my feet basically. But anyway, as you can see, I'm defending quite hard actually. Going very, very defensive, making sure I lift off very early. So people would go into the back of me, but it means I would never go wide because I'd go very, very tight. But I'm surprised no one tried to go around the outside of me, if I'm honest, because they probably could have. My kart wasn't very fast and they got slipstream, so they probably could have been able to if they had enough of a good run. But luckily, I don't think anyone in this race went around the outside of me, if I can remember. Yeah, no one went around the outside of me, which is good. So, defending for every corner for my life, basically. Just going around here once again, and you can see how tight I'm going. I'm leaving no space on the track. I mean, I am, but not like a kart space. Going very tight. And it seems like if I went further to the inside, I would have more grip. So, I'll remember that next time I go to the circuit, because I feel like I always ran a bit wide in that final corner. And then I would slide. So I think next time I'll go really tighter, and I feel like that'll be a lot faster. But next time I do this track, and I'll yellow flag. What a surprise! Oh my goodness me. So now that means that everyone catches up to me. It means that the entire field just gets bunched up. Let's see what's happened. Is there anything that's happened? Is it over here? What's happened? Is there anything over there? I can't see anything. On the camera anyway. Is that the first? Yes, someone's gone off in the first corner. Again. This is the thing, it just got so annoying because so many people going off on that first corner. I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Necessarily, and... Oh yes, this was another time we had to restart. Oh, my bad. My bad. Another race restart. Oh my goodness me. Here we go again. Right, let me skip because I think we've sat here for quite a while. For them fixing the cart on the barrier. Goodness me. Right, let's actually skip to a part where the actual race doesn't get interrupted. Whew. So, finally, this is our actual race start, and we've only got about 6 or 7 minutes left on the clock. So here we go, another great launch again, off the line, and I think we're just going to have to try and repeat what we did earlier, in that part of the race that we just did. So, once again, from pole position, kept pole position off the line, and hopefully we'll be able to keep it for this first lap. Again, got a very good launch, so I don't have to go defensive straight away, which is very good. You always want to get a really good launch off the line, otherwise, well, you're screwed basically. So, through here I'm taking my normal racing lines, but I'm aware that people behind me are faster, and I'm already caught up, and I'm already going quite defensive. Never mind, I'm taking the normal racing line. And go through the final corner for our first lap. Finally. Oh my god. So, through the left, right. Then, through here. Very fast, very fast. Then, through the chicane. I don't know what else to say. It's so annoying that you can't see what's happening behind you. Because all you see now is just me trying to defend as hard as I can for the race. Like what happened at Wilton. Pole position, except I didn't start pole position, I started second, but then got into first immediately, and then just defending for the entire race. So this is probably going to be, probably a bit less exciting than the pre-final, but I mean, anyways, going across the line for our second, going on to our third lap of the race. And we're doing pretty well so far, holding up everybody. So hopefully we'll be able to just keep this position for the race and get lots of points. Hopefully. That would be good if that is. But anyway, going round the long left-hander into the flick of the right. Down the straight. I'm not going defensive this time, but I think I just spotted someone going up my inside, but decided not to defend too hard. So I must have spotted someone, gone defensive, and then kind of decided that they weren't going to send one up the inside. Because it's very hard to go past in that final corner. The only way you could get past is if you got a really good switchback, or if you just had a rapid car and went around the outside. but you'd need a very good run and a very good slipstream to get past. So, just clipping that curb there might have cost us a tiny bit of time, but I don't think it costs too much. Going slightly defensive into there. Nobody really makes a move into there unless you go very wide. So, down the straight once again. I'm going kind of in the middle of the track, but I'm moving over again, so I must have... And oh no! George is passed! George Palmer is passed. Oh, and I get hit as well. And Jonathan has passed. I think that's Jonathan. He gave me a little nudge there, and I've lost 2 positions all of a sudden, so I'm down to 3rd place. All of a sudden, they just came out of nowhere. I remember they were like half a second back through these corners here, and then down the street they just flew past me, and I just had no idea that they were that close. But see if we can catch them back up. But I think I'm in George's position, and there's a yellow flag. That helps me a tiny bit, I guess. I guess someone's gone off again, but immediately it's gone, the yellow flag, which is, I guess, a good thing. So it can't have been that bad. But I'm not in the slipstream anymore, and it looks like I'm going to go defensive again, trying to stop someone get past. And look at that! Another person's passed me, so I'm down to 4th now. 4th place, and that's Jamie Warner going off. And he's just flying. Look at him go. And oh my god, someone else is going past me. I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been a Miles Harrison, actually. But all of a sudden, my race has just gone from good to... It's just all of a sudden, these final few minutes of the race, they've just gone. Look how much they've pulled away already. So at this point I really knew my car was off the pace, so I decided, I was like, I can either do 2 things. I can either defend and lose more time and just probably not do anything, or try and half defend, make sure no one gets past, but then push at the same time. And I think I chose the second one. As you can see, I'm going sort of on the racing line. I think Miles behind me sort of knew what position we were in. We had to kind of work together. But you can see how far they've got ahead already. It's mad. But anyways, that's what happens when you have tons of slipstream, I guess. But we can see we're getting them through the corners though. So hopefully they'll keep battling and George will hold them up enough so we can catch them back up. But there's only a few minutes left of this race. I think there's only a few laps left, maybe 3 or 4 laps left of this race. And there's a move there. I think that was Jamie or Jonathan. I couldn't quite see the helmets from here, but it's a very good move, but it doesn't seem to stick. And Jamie Warner's going past Jonathan up there as I'm going defensive. Jamie Warner's passed, he threw into P2. He's flying. He went from like 7th in this race to... Oh, it's the final lap of the race. And this has just gone from bad to worse. All of a sudden, we just lost all those positions in the span of 2 laps, and then now we've got nothing to do. And now we're going to clobber the curb. And now I decided to take a shortcut across the grass. I'm not sure if the stewards saw that, but I don't think I'm going to get a penalty. Hopefully I won't get a penalty. But I didn't gain any time, I think. But I just did a bit of a Forza lobby move and cut the corner. Hopefully I won't get a track limits warning or something. But I think it's a bad cause, because see, in just 1 lap they just gained this amount of time and I just couldn't really do much about it. So there we go, P4 in the end. A bit of a meh day, if I'm honest. The pre-final's really good and I made up all those positions, but I never really felt truly fast around the circuit. At Buckmore I really felt rapid around there because it came first and everything, but at Lydd it was a very challenging circuit. Very challenging. I just couldn't... I did have the pace at points, but then in this final my car just didn't have the pace and I made a few mistakes. Not defending hard enough, and then people slipped past. So yeah, that's all from me now. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is getting quite a long video actually, almost 50 minutes now. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's all from me. Have a great day. Bye.